Hello, and welcome to Marketing 663, Analytical Customer Relationship Management and Business Intelligence. My name is Jan Ubi, and let's get started with winter session 2015. Let me start by saying a few words about myself. I'm a Fulbright scholar and resident at the Salisbury University, and I'm working here. I've come from Northern Europe, Estonia. I'm working here for the Fulbright program in the Information and Decision Sciences department. Now, one might ask, why does an info person read a marketing course? And usually it is read actually by two people, one from the marketing and the other from Information and Decision Sciences. This year it's just me, but the justification is that with the really advent of big data and with all the computational things coming into marketing, it's good to have both points of view. As for getting in contact, my office is at 304 Purdue Hall. My email address is written down there on the slide, and email is actually the preferred mode of communication. There is a Skype username that I have. And also you can get in touch with the department through the departmental phone. The number of this is given as well on the slide. The focus of this course is on customer relationship management and business intelligence. We will look at what is the nature of customer relationship management, and we'll see that it's evident in contact management systems, in campaign management systems, in service-oriented systems for after-sales activities. We will use tools to drill through all this big data that is the current state of the art out there, provided by customer-related activities. This course will have a dual focus on the customer relationship management piece and the business intelligence that SAP Analytics provides. As we will look at the nature of customer relationship management, we'll see what is the philosophy on the marketing side and the implications, including some ethical implications. We will use a number of metrics for analyzing customer engagement, and we will see how these metrics will fall under the category of big data. We will also acquire a number of technical skills, so you already started with the software installation, and we'll go deep into those software packages as well. To go for a second over our meetings, we're going to be divided into groups A, B, and C, and the classes are respectively going to be for an hour each week, on Tuesdays 6 p.m., on Wednesdays 9 p.m., and on Thursdays 9 p.m. There will be a lot of asynchronous learning. That is, we will be meeting for 3 hours with every one of you, but we'll be meeting online only for this time, so a lot of asynchronous learning is going to take place as well. As for the course management and communication tools, we'll be using Blackboard Learn, which is my classes essentially. We'll be using also Dropbox to distribute some materials and for you to hand in homeworks. Our meetings are on Adobe Connect. We will also be using Google Spreadsheets. We will make use of the University of Arkansas datasets, which we are very happy to have and very lucky to have. These contain data like real-life, huge big data from stores like Dillard's and Sam's Club. And we will also make use of the University of Minnesota datasets. As it is a full free credit course, we will need a lot of attention to the material throughout those 3 weeks. Let us now briefly stop on all the free learning modules that we have. So the course is divided into 3 weeks, and in the first one we will see what's the nature of customer relationship management. So actually, to bring together the reading pieces for modules 1 and 2, we have a management-oriented piece, then a purely marketing-oriented piece, then one that considers like optimization and model building that's taking place in really changing the company. So the management related piece, for instance, also talks about how companies make this change to accommodate themselves and their structure and their marketing for using big data in various fields throughout the years. It might take 4 or 6 years to even get through this phase 1, which is database consolidation. We also have videos in the first week, so this really talks about like the opening up of the frontier between companies where some are really making active use of all the capabilities that have become available due to the development of technology. In the first week, we will do a customer lifetime value analysis. So this really helps to tie together the finance and the marketing side, and we'll be doing that with a Harvard Business Review case. We will also do an ABC analysis, which looks at what customers are like more important in the monetary sense. Well, another reading part of the learning module 2 is going to be challenges presented by omnichannel retailing. So since we have a situation where customers can really be reached through so many channels, how does that all interplay? And here I'd like to say like a thing that is tied to this topic is another course that I'm going to be teaching here in Salisbury University, which is revenue management, coming up in spring, where we do like very many quantitative analysis of marketing situations. Now, as such an omnichannel situation would be. Now, another quantitative thing that is going to come up in learning module 2 is clustering and finding groups. For example, it could be groups of customers. So this is a topic where, for instance, in a telecommunication company, you might want to find those natural groupings of people, like for instance, elderly people, one price package, students, another price package, family heads who have a large family in their name, third price package, how to really segment those customers up, how to find their groups, how to cluster. But clustering doesn't have to always go for customers. It might be that we are interested in clustering our stores, all scattered all over the country. And in that case, what might come out would be that, for instance, perhaps, let's say, stores in the Northeast are so peculiar that they will all be in one cluster. I mean, let's say we have 6 or 10 clusters, and all the rest of the clusters will actually be comprised of stores from different locations. But the Northeast stores are so peculiar that they will demand for themselves by the location already just one cluster. So what are not only what are the clusters, but what are the like important factors for forming clusters? That's something we'll be looking into as well. The next topic is association analysis and market baskets. So this is essentially finding such rules that if you go to a store and you buy honey, in 75% of cases you buy milk as well, but not the other way around. So such rules are what we're interested in. And to bring a very famous example, if a family head goes to a store and purchases diapers, he's bound to be taking beer with him. So this is really about understanding the customer behavior, about a kind of a discovery process, and how to interpret the behavior of customers as well, and what to do about it. So do we place those expensive beers next to diapers then? What do we do? Learning module 3 brings us to the, as far as we consider cases, the ethical implications of customer engagement. So let's take an example from insurance. We all know that the average lifespan of women is higher than of men. So the question is, can we offer them a cheaper life insurance? How does that factor into our decision? And also some questions about the ethical nature of all those databases that are consolidated about us, and also the nature that we might be just basically manipulated by some of the marketing campaigns. So how and what are the ethical implications of customer engagement? In the quantitative side of learning module 3, we'll look into decision trees and classification. So decision trees are an example of classification, and classification tells us let's say about a customer, whether he's going to buy our product or not, according to our calculations, or whether a customer is going to churn and turn away from our customer base or not. So we all know that it's much cheaper to keep a customer who's currently there than to win him back after he has churned. So classification lets us classify some things as either happening or not happening, and decision trees really builds a kind of a tree-like structure where you have, let's say, again, churn is a very hot topic for telecommunication companies. So it might bring an example where the tree that will start diverging from its root in the decision tree form will have in its root, for instance, how many minutes the person has spoken, and if he has spoken little, then there might be some other deciding factors which will really indicate whether he is going to churn or not. Now, collaborative filtering and recommender systems are a very interesting topic. So we all know that when we go to Amazon.com for books, or Netflix for movies, or Spotify for music, we're going to be suggested, after we've listened to a song, we're going to be suggested a number of other songs we can listen to as well. So how does the company come up with that? And of course, collaborative filtering, which essentially is how to shovel for a lot of snow, in the sense that how to really, if you have a number of choices, like the vast quantity of amount on the internet, or even in one site like Amazon.com, how to help each other and drill through that data and really come to some smart conclusions and smart suggestions with each other's help. And it, of course, doesn't have to be pertained only to movies, books, or songs. It may be beer reviews, or it may be marketing classes in a class selection in a university. And of course, it's a number of technical things, like if you search a number of articles on Google Scholar, which articles are you recommended, or on YouTube when you watch videos, which videos are recommended there. But that's a marketing side as well, if you're working for that company. As far as the materials that we're using throughout the course are concerned, there are 2 Harvard Business Review cases that you would have to purchase from the internet. So these are together total for about $12, and the most of the readings are in the public domain. Now, as far as the software is concerned, we will have to have at least a trial version of Microsoft Office 2010 or 2013. Then for Mac users, there's a free software that's called VirtualBox that you have to install. And we're provided access to a number of SAP products. So there is a SAP Business Warehouse GUI, graphical user interface, that we already have installed though, and SAP Predictive Analysis, which also lets us drill through the data, and SAP Business Object Analysis. Now, SAP Predictive Analysis is going to be using R on the side. So to say a few more words about R is a very powerful software piece which is at the same time free. It's quite hard to use on its own, but at the same time, when any number of scientists have written their research articles on the algorithms they've developed, they are usually going to implement it in R as well. So kind of a gateway from SAP Predictive Analysis that we'll be using to R is very useful, because it really lets us implement a variety of things that we couldn't have done otherwise with just SAP tools. Now let me just recite from the syllabus how the grading is built up. So first of all, we'll be doing case analysis, which will give us 30% of our grade. Then we will be doing hands-on assignments, in which you work through all the models that we need to create, and you also send the results to me. That's going to comprise 30% of the grade as well. Then we will do, next to discussing some things in our free classes, we'll do annotated bibliographies. So these are like a short recap comprised of 2 paragraphs, one where you recite everything that you've read in your own words, and the other one where you give your own opinion. So these annotated bibliographies and discussion will give 15% of your grade, and then the exam, which basically takes like the overarching case we have in the course, the Obama campaign's use of big data analytics case, and puts it in a form of a reflective analysis, how all the things that we had learned during the course were actually deployed in the case of Obama's campaign. And participation score will give us 10%. There will be, however, additional assignments coming up that will help you boost your score over 100% if you want to, or if you've missed something a little, then will help you get your score to a better shape. During this course, I don't accept late assignments. So it's a really fast-paced course, and in turn, I will try to get the results of your assignments back to you as fast as I can. And we really need to keep the course moving so that both of us are on track with the current material. As for the plagiarism, it's a fairly standard issue. I have a fairly broad definition of plagiarism that includes not just the straight-ahead copying, from an uncited source on the internet or from their hard copy, but also patch writing, which is when someone takes little snippets from various sources and kind of pulls them together in a patch that's not really your own. I will be checking your annotated bibliographies to make sure you're not just copying and pasting from net sources, because you should really be writing on your own voice. It's important to incorporate the materials you read into your own thinking and to develop your own writing skills. And copying is definitely not developing your writing skills. So it's something I really actually feel strongly about. And the university has published something called Writing Across the Curriculum Standard. There is a writing center on campus, and hopefully you will, during this course, kind of have the possibility of incorporating all this material in your own thinking and to develop your writing skills further as well. Now, this course is actually in the form of a flipped class, which means that you are going to be doing a lot of work at home just alone, and then when we're together on an online environment, we'll just basically go over the results or discuss them. So this necessitates definitely ongoing communication. So due to the flipped nature of the class, we have assignments that may be due on other days than the class day. And be sure to please make use of the Blackboard Learn app. So this is provided by Salisbury University to you free of charge. So this might not always be the case. So make use of this app and enjoy. In Blackboard, there is a calendar and announcements that we'll be using a lot that are both good for upcoming due dates. And on my side, I try to be as responsive as possible. I try to respond at least in the 24 hours that you send me the question. And now we are going to be turning to the overarching case on Obama's big data usage, which you basically already read to some extent or another. So for those who were very thorough, it's a good thing because this will be a big part of your exam work in the end. And we have a few other things. So first of all, the initial assignment is going to be to introduce yourselves, getting to know assignment, and then you can get going with the annotated bibliography of the learning module 1, the readings, the 2 readings and the video, and then already with the quantitative stuff on customer lifetime value and ABC analysis. With that, I would like to thank you and welcome you to the class. I'm really excited about this course. Hope you will find it interesting as well. See you already in the next few days.